In ancient Greece, a golden age of wisdom flourished, a time when some of the greatest minds in history walked the streets of Athens. Among them, three figures stood out, shaping the very foundations of Western thought: Socrates, Plato, and Aristotle. This is their story, a story of questions, ideas, and the relentless pursuit of truth. Our story begins with Socrates, a man who roamed the streets of Athens, engaging anyone willing to talk. Born around 470 BCE, Socrates was unlike other thinkers of his time. He didn't write books or lecture in grand halls. Instead, he asked questions that challenged people to think deeply about their beliefs. Socrates believed that true wisdom came from admitting one's ignorance. His method of questioning, now called the Socratic Method, sought to uncover truth by exposing contradictions in people's thoughts. His famous saying, "The unexamined life is not worth living," encapsulates his belief in the importance of self-reflection and critical thinking. But his ideas were not without controversy. Many saw him as a threat to traditional values, and in 399 BCE, he was sentenced to death. With unwavering conviction, Socrates accepted his fate, drinking hemlock and leaving a legacy that would inspire generations. Among Socrates' followers, one would rise to carry his ideas forward while adding his own transformative vision. This was Plato, born in 427 BCE. After Socrates' death, Plato devoted his life to philosophy, founding the Academy, the first institution of higher learning in the Western world. Plato's ideas often explored the nature of reality itself. He proposed the theory of forms, suggesting that the physical world is just a shadow of a higher, unchanging reality. He illustrated this concept in his famous Allegory of the cave. Imagine prisoners chained in a cave, seeing only shadows on the wall. For Plato, the shadows represent the physical world, while the true forms exist beyond our immediate perception. Plato's writings, like The Republic, explored profound questions about justice, governance, and the ideal society, envisioning a world where philosopher kings ruled with wisdom and fairness. From Plato's Academy came another great mind, one who would take philosophy in a new direction. Aristotle, born in 384 BCE, was a student of Plato but soon charted his own path. While Plato looked to the heavens for answers, Aristotle turned to the world around him. He believed that knowledge comes from observation and experience, laying the groundwork for the scientific method. Aristotle's works span diverse fields: biology, physics, politics, and more. His philosophy was grounded in practicality and balance. One of his key ideas was the golden mean, which emphasized moderation in all things. Courage, for instance, is the balance between recklessness and cowardice. Aristotle also explored the nature of human happiness, or eudaimonia, suggesting that a fulfilling life comes from realizing one's potential and living virtuously. His influence extended far beyond his time, shaping medieval thought and the development of modern science. Socrates, Plato, and Aristotle, three minds connected by a shared passion for wisdom, yet each unique in their approach. Socrates challenged us to question. Plato inspired us to envision higher realities. And Aristotle taught us to observe the world with curiosity and reason. Together, they built the foundation of philosophy, a discipline that continues to guide us in understanding ourselves and the universe. And so, their story reminds us, the pursuit of wisdom is timeless, and the questions they asked remain as relevant today as they were over 2,000 years ago.